What is lean construction? In this video, I'm going to talk about what lean construction really is and pull in a number of concepts so that you can anchor to where you would use lean in whatever part of the process you are, either in pre-construction or construction on your project. So would you like to stop being confused about what all this means? Would you like to know how to grasp the lean concept? If that's the case, then you've come to the right video. Stay with us. Okay, so this is my jam. I love lean. By the way, can somebody definitively tell you what lean means or doesn't mean? Probably not, right? So like my assertion is pretty bold. I want you to just know that you should question everything, okay? But from an implementation standpoint at Elevate Construction, we are very, very good at learning. I want you to know our approach. We don't say, oh, this is what it is and push. We are constantly learning from experts and filling out this pattern and enabling construction. So if you are looking at this video like, oh, Jason thinks he knows. No. We are learning and sharing, and if you have something to add, that's great. Either do it individually or and I'm being dead serious, comment on the video and literally we'll loop it in and to our definitions and our understanding and really, really advance construction together. So I want you to know there's a lot of different concepts when you ask what lean is, meaning concept answers. So sometimes people will say it's about waste elimination, it's about adding value, it's about continuous improvement, it's about flow. I've heard people say it's about learning, which I really, really like. But ultimately, it's about not doing things that are antiquated, that don't work, and that disrespect people, okay? And to start doing things that actually work according to production theory and that respect people. So lean is really about let's stop doing as fast as we can the things that don't work and start doing things that do work. So lean isn't like some tool or some new concept. Lean is about let's not just do things because we've always done it. Let's do the right thing. So let me paint a picture in pre-con and in construction and with scheduling and with some of the tools, how you can understand this lean concept. And I'm going to use my flip chart. You knew I was going to go there right now. So I'm first going to talk about design. And you see that I've written up the 5 key concepts. Now, these aren't the only ones, and there's a lot more to it. But I'm giving you the base, the minimum. That's always in these videos. These are not exhaustive or all-inclusive. These are the base, okay? So when you're in pre-construction, you'll have the period of time where you interview or you propose an interview for the project, where you're in concept design and schematic design, and you're really setting the parameters for the job. You're in the point where the builders and your integrated team early on in pre-construction are enabling the designers. Then you're starting to really plan with the builders and start the project strong. Or you can say, you know, this is the proposal and interview phase, conceptual and schematic design, design development. This is when you have your construction document development, right? And you're ready to start the project. But in here, you know, typically we get all of the right people on board. We set the parameters from the budget, the schedule, the concept, right? We're starting to develop the design and flesh that out. And then we're actually bringing in the builders with, design assist trade partners. We've got some really good integration with the GC, and we're finishing out that design so that we can start strong and start the project, okay? In this phase, whether you are using Scrum as your base, or you're using Last Planner, or you're using some other scheduling system here, the key for the team here, number one, collaboration, meaning the entire team. That means designers, owner, contractors, stakeholders, vendors, anybody as a part of this project, right? End users must collaborate to get to a better end product. That's key. Number 2, transparency. The key here with the schedule, with the budget, with the design, with decisions, is for all teams to be really, really transparent as they go through that pre-construction and design process. Number 3, integration. There's a great book called Integrating Project Delivery. I really love this one. It's a long book, lots of words, but it's really, really accurate. Written by some people that I actually know. And the key here is integrated systems, integrated teams, integrated design, integrated efficiency throughout throughout the life cycle of the project. Integrated technology, integrated location, integrated communication systems, meaning that we don't have the owner, the designers, and the builders and the users all like walled up behind walls. No, we want to pull that together, pull their technology together, pull the communication systems together, pull the team together, pull all of the design disciplines together, pull their goals together. Integration, 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 integration. We are better together than we are apart. Number 4, efficiency. That means that throughout the process, we're focused on flow. We're focused on doing value-added work. We are focused on eliminating the waste, eliminating overburden, and eliminating unevenness. And then the last one, continuous improvement. If you have a team that's truly collaborating in a transparent environment, which means that they are able to collaborate, and you have an integrated team that's focused on flow, you're constantly going to iterate. How do we do? How do we do? How do we do? How do we do? And you're going to end up with a design and a project start that is top-notch. So this is not everything, right? There are great books about pre-construction, great books about IPD, great books about design build, great books about lean and design. But I want you to know that these are the base 5 concepts that you have to know in pre-construction and design if you want to be lean. Now I'm going to talk about lean in construction. So generally it follows this pattern, and I want you to know we've been continually learning and adding to these concepts, and each of these are a little bit like the Prego spaghetti sauce. It's all in the sauce, man. Like there's like subtopics in here, but generally these are the categories. Number 1, respect for people and resources. And what that means is that you respect humanity or respect human nature. That means that you not only respect and care for people, but you understand that it's normal to have a human experience. The other one is the concept of stability through 5S'ing. You've heard that before. That's sort, straighten, or set in order, sweep or shine, standardize, and sustain, right? Then as you stabilize, you are able to see waste, overburden, and unevenness. And remember, waste is overproduction, excess inventory, motion, transportation, defects, overprocessing, waiting, and not using the genius of the team. Okay, so if you have a foundation of respect and you've stabilized your project, and this is key, the other thing is letting your or creating a system where your trades on the project site can work in what's called one process flow. Do one thing, one zone at a time. Then it's key, once your trades are doing one process flow, for them to flow together on attack time. The 5th concept is total participation with visuals. That means that if you do have a respectful, stable environment where there's flow, can everybody see that and participate with that on your project site? And then, based on everybody seeing, can they continuously improve together to provide a quality product that meets a customer demand? So this really is key. So let's say you have a project site, right? Do you have your bathroom area? Do you have your lunchroom area? Do you have your station where you have your ice? Do you have a huddle area somewhere on the project site where all of the workers huddle in the morning and they get talked to, right? Do we have a clean, safe, and organized site throughout where the workers can experience a clean environment, right? Do we have like monthly or quarterly barbecues to celebrate, right? So once you really understand that respect piece, you will understand that you must have a really, really wonderful environment. So I already said, bathrooms, lunch area, provide ice, parking area, huddle area, right? Clean, safe, and organized site. But the key is, can each crew every morning 5S their work and eliminate the 8 wastes because they've memorized them and work together to keep that project stable. Once you have that, each of your crews, as they are flowing through the project site, can take one area or one zone, okay, and they can plan that zone, build that zone, and finish that zone. This is called one-piece flow, one process flow. Plan it, build it, finish it as you go. That is the 3rd lean concept. The 4th lean concept, flow together. Can you get all of your trades throughout the site flowing together from zone to zone to zone to zone to zone together, going the same speed, the same distance apart? Visual systems. Can you, on the project site, do you have signage for where people should go? In your huddle areas, do you have nice visual boards for your plan, for your last planner huddles, for your KPIs and your metrics, so that everybody can literally see the plan, know the plan, and act together with you? And then continuously improve. If all of the trades on your project site now see the plan and you're flowing together, you can improve that. So respect, stability, flow, total participation with visual systems allows you to continuously improve everything you're doing on your project site. So that leads us to topic number 3. So topic number 3 is where I tell you about the lean scheduling systems. So there's 3 main ones: TACT, okay, last planner, and actually both of these, this is the TACT production system, and Scrum, okay. These 3 are the key ones that I like to focus on. They're scheduling systems. There's lots of different tools like value stream mapping, Kaizen, pull planning, standard work, root cause analyses, Gemba walks, A3 thinking, choosing by advantages, and target value design, and just like a million other, not a million, but like dozens of others. Those are tools, but these are actually systems. So TACT is where you schedule your project in a time by location format to get flow. Last planner is where you take the short interval of that and utilize your trade partners to do short interval planning. And Scrum is where you do key tasks or roadblock removal using the Scrum process and a Scrum board of having backlog, sprint backlog, in progress, and done in a visual column moving activities from left to right. So I want you to know that if you on your project site have a clean, which is always first because you can't be safe until you're clean. Clean, safe, okay, and organized project. Then you have the respect and stability piece. If you have TACT and last planner, now you have one process flow and flowing together on a TACT time. If you have the last planner system, oh my gosh, this is such a good video. If you have a last planner system, you have your visual environment with total participation with the project foreman and the superintendents or the last planners. And if you have all of these together, especially when you're using last planner and Scrum, you're continuously improving to get a better product towards the owner that is at the highest possible quality at the lowest possible overall total cost. So I want you to know that if you get the chance to learn about TACT, learn about last planner, learn about Scrum, please do it, because these systems comply with all of the lean principles that I talked to you about before that are so crucial to lean in construction. So hopefully that gives you an overview of lean concepts in design, the lean concepts in construction, and the 3 different lean scheduling systems that you should be using on your project site. And I will say, you're probably asking about CPM. This is not a lean system, and it will hurt every part of your productivity on site. If you want to know more, please reach out. I hope you're subscribing to these videos so you get more cool content. We talk about each of these individually in depth in other videos. And so what I'm going to do is link you to a really cool graphic showing you in Canva, which means it's beautifully formatted, what lean means in these different categories, and a full list of the tools with a description. I hope you're stoked to get that content because it's super, super cool. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.